where shadows fade. Zephyr's light, the path is laid. Wings that whisper a call to fight, piercing through the endless night. A sacred bond, the goddess mark, a beacon bright within the dark. Through betrayal, pain, and fire's glow, a warrior forged a truth to know. Zephyr Soulstice, take your stand, a shining star, a guiding hand. Rise with courage, face the tide. Our souls as one, the winds will guide. Feel the storm, its roaring sound, a symphony where strength is found. United lights, the hope we bring. With every soul, the wind shall sing. Fallen kin, their voices bleed. Through Zephyr's blade, we shall be free. Solaris shines, the night undone. Empress will, through chosen one. Zephyr Soulstice blaze the trail. Through tempest wild, we shall breathe in. United winds, our spirits soar. A radiant flame forevermore. Through light and shadow, the journey's end. A tale of hope, where hearts ascend. Zephyr Soulstice, the winds align, forever guided by love divine. In the skies where shadows fade, Zephyr's light, the path is laid. Wings that whisper a call to fight, piercing through the endless night. A sacred bond, the goddess mark, a beacon bright within the dark. Through betrayal, pain, and fire's glow, a warrior forged a truth to know. Zephyr Soulstice, take your stand, a shining star, a guiding hand. Rise with courage, face the tide. Our souls as one, the winds will guide. Feel the storm, its roaring sound, a symphony where strength is found. United lights, the hope we bring. With every soul, the wind shall sing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the next episode and possibly last episode of Snatcher. Yes, if all goes well, we should be finishing the game today. And I guarantee you there's a lot to do, a lot of action, and I'm very much looking forward to it, so I hope you are too. So, shall we hop into it? Glad to have you along, Dane. Alright, yeah, so we were meeting up with Napoleon. Because we found a piece of paper we need his help deciphering. You're Chinese, right? That's right. Purebred, I might add. I came to Neo Kobe just after I turned 20. My only memories of the place are from after they lost the war. It wasn't a pretty picture. I'll tell you, the catastrophe really changed my life. Everything about it. That was a crazy time. Alright, we should probably, show him the thing that we came here to show him. Would you take a good look at this for me? What's it mean? You're Chinese, right? Well, I'm not surprised you had trouble with this. What's that mean? These are Chinese characters for chemical elements, hardly in standard use. If I wasn't a science major, I probably wouldn't know them myself. It's a simple code using the characters. Oh? What's this about Chinese chemical element characters? What do you mean? The character on the far left is beryllium. The next one, and the very last one, are nitrogen. The third one stands for sulfur. The fourth one is oxygen. Wait. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay. I see what the... Okay, yeah. So, the far left is B, and then the next one and very last one are... Okay, B, N, and then third one S, fourth one O, last one N, B, N, S, O, N. Uh-oh. Oh, sure enough, Gillian, beryllium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen. I've got it! Gillian, let's go over the names of these elements, shall we? Whose name is on this file? Please input your guess. My god. Benson.
So that's it. Benson. Beryllium is Be, nitrogen is N, sulfur is S, and oxygen is O. And another N makes Benson. The name Benson was encoded on this file.
Benson. I sure hope it is not referring to the chief, Benson Cunningham.
Or to our friendly engineer, Mr. Harry Benson.
What would be the odds? Surely.
No, that couldn't be. No way!
But the possibility, though remote, does exist.
Metal, I want you to cut off all your data transmissions to headquarters now.
Understood. Now disabling automatic transmission routines. Done. No further data transmissions to headquarters will be executed.
My God. A Snatcher in Junker headquarters? We've got to get there quick. Let's go, Metal.
See you later, Junker. Today's little information tidbit is on me. Now take care, Gillian. Don't get yourself taken out by some snatcher. I think I'll lay low for a while. You know, after all, you are my main source of income.
You be careful too, Napoleon. You get killed and you won't be able to sneeze anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
See you, Napoleon. Metal, let's go.
Post haste. Please be okay. Please be okay at headquarters. Welcome back, Gillian. How's the investigation coming? Mika, the Chief and Harry, they're... The Chief and Harry are out right now, I think. Oh, really? Have you been able to contact Katrina yet? I've broken the code that was on that patient record. It was the patient's name. In other words, I've uncovered a possible Snatcher. What? Who? Oh my god, it's not someone I know, is it? I don't know their full name, but the name Benson was written on the file. In other words, Benson Cunningham, the Chief, or our friendly engineer, Harry Benson. So, that's the situation. You be careful too, Mika. I can't believe it. I know you don't want to believe it, but we're dealing with Snatchers. That's the way they operate. That's terrible. We're all friends. Harry's out right now. He seemed to be going after the Chief when he left. Said he had to check on something. The Chief is out right now. I don't know when he'll be back. Miko, what do you think? It must be some kind of a mistake. The Chief has been really busy lately. He'll be attending the Kyoto Summit next month, and he's had a lot of meetings and stuff related to that. Oh. The Kyoto Summit? What's that? It's the annual summit of the leaders of the world's advanced countries. It'll be taking place in Old Kyoto this year. One of the topics on this year's agenda is the Snatcher menace. Other countries are starting to worry that Snatchers are not just a Neo-Kobe problem anymore. I would be worried, yeah. He's been a little restless lately. He seemed to be investigating something. Now that you mention it, he's been gone for several hours. Seems we're in a tight spot here. Yeah. Our two, subjects of interest are not here. It's really unusual for the Chief to leave headquarters. It's probably some meeting to prepare for the upcoming Kyoto Summit. Well, let's take a look for ourselves, shall we? So either the Chief or Harry is a Snatcher. Let's look for evidence. We have to proceed with the investigation with the utmost care at this point. Let's start the search with this room here. The Chief is out. The monitor is switched off. That's unusual. It's the first time I've ever seen it shut off. I'm not really sure, but it appears to just be a picture of a flower vase. The chair's surface temperature is quite low. It's really rare for the Chief to be out. Isn't he busy with preparations for the summit, as Mika said? Something's funny here. Most of the monitors are quite cold. This has always bothered me. Don't you think this picture seems a little out of place with the atmosphere of this room? Yeah, that had always bugged me too. If there's nothing else I can interact with. Maybe we'll have better luck here. So, both of them are out. Alright, let's try this last room. There is something on the desk. There's a box of matches and a memo. Really? Outer Heaven's logo appear on the box. What? Outer Heaven matches? Harry had Outer Heaven matches? It says face to face. Face to face. It's definitely a box of the matches that Outer Heaven gives away to its regular customers. Harry is the only one in headquarters who smokes. I can't believe that Harry might be a Snatcher. But he had matches from Outer Heaven. No, I can't believe that Harry could be a Snatcher. Let's hang on to these matches. That will not be necessary. They are identical to the ones we already have. I'm constantly recording everything that happens. It will be a burden on the investigation. Let's put them here. It's in Harry's handwriting. I wonder if it is some kind of message. This face-to-face thing has got to be the key. We have to search in areas that this brings to mind. It probably means either search for face-to-face or watch out for face-to-face or something like that. Hang on to this memo for me, Metal. Alright, I'll store this memo as evidence. I guess we could go just on the off chance there's something. Computer room? No. Detective's room? No. Shooting range? No. Back to the chief's room? Maybe back front? Maybe I could show her these things we found. What? Matches? I don't smoke. Harry's the only person at the agency who smokes. I can't believe anybody still smokes these days. What about the memo? Face to face? I wonder if it means a kiss? Sorry, I'm sure that's not it. I don't know. This is definitely Harry's handwriting. What could it mean? But a Snatcher doesn't have a face. No, indeed they don't. No, they don't. I'll try searching for clues a little longer, but otherwise we'll just try to figure out what this face-to-face could mean. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. I'll be a little more thorough. Wait a minute. Do you notice anything odd about the picture? Oh, it's talking about the illusion? Oh my god. Do you see two faces or do you see a vase? Look, doesn't it look like a face to you? A face? I don't get it. You will soon, Gillian. You will soon. Look, it looks like a face. Look at this. I thought it was just a picture of a vase. If you reverse the background in the drawing, it's two faces. Face to face. This must be the face-to-face that Harry was referring to in his memo. This picture was cleverly designed to take advantage of the human sense of sight. Says the robot that could also tell. What's that supposed to mean? That you can see it easily if you're not human? Let's search more carefully. Check out the face-to-face part of it, will you? There's a switch between the two faces. I'll push it. The picture flipped over to reveal a photograph. Huh. What's going on? Based on the condition of the inks, I would judge this photograph to be at least 50 years old. I've seen this somewhere before, but I just can't recall. Metal, where was this picture taken? Alright, I will now search for the data on the photo's location in the Alpha 1 network. I found it. This is a photograph of Red Square in Moscow, taken sometime before the catastrophe. Red Square? What's a picture like that doing in the Chief's office? Store that in your video memory for me, will you? I have now stored the photo's image in my memory. The Chief had this picture? Or someone planted it there to set up the Chief. And there were those matches that Harry had too. Which one is the Snatcher? It will depend on what evidence we can turn up. Both of them seem suspicious. No kidding. Maybe it's someone else entirely. That is true. The patient chart with the Benson on it is quite suspect as well. Maybe somebody wanted us to find it. Seems pretty odd that the Snatchers would have left part of a patient's record behind in the first place. Maybe it's a trap. That can't be ruled out based on the evidence we have seen so far. What would a picture like this be doing here? Stuff about Moscow keeps coming up, man. If I was a Snatcher, I don't think I'd hide a picture in a place as out in the open as this. Well, that is true. So there must be some reason why the picture was here, even if it meant some risk. Red Square. Why would there be a picture like this in the Chief's office? Oh, right, before that, let me put this photo of Red Square back where we found it. Oh, yeah. Can't let anyone know that we've learned the secret of this picture. Guess we'll do one more quick search here. Why don't we search the place before Harry comes back? We can try again. Just in case there's something else. How can you tell a Snatcher from a human? So basically, they haven't developed a very good artificial skin yet, so they get burnt by ultraviolet rays rather easily. And they also show up in areas where Snow 9, a synthetic compound, is present, which kind of seems like snow, but it makes you sneeze. So that's one way to know. So thankfully we're not sneezing yet, but... If we could see the entire photo, we could determine who Harry's parents are. We've checked everything then. There's nothing else to find. Unless there was something else in the other rooms. But... I don't think there is. Oh, you know, I just thought of something funny. Just for giggles. I'm gonna use Jordan real quick. What happens if I, What happens if I put in, let's see. Let's look for an ID file. What if I put in the name Hideo Kojima? Oh, under last name? Okay. Hey, look at that. Nickname Ojama. Favorite game Zabika. Message. Snatcher has crossed the sea. I hope you all enjoyed a lot. Nice little Easter egg there. Huh. Nothing else here though. Still nothing here. Or is there? No, probably not. What about the front? What if we, can we ask about... I guess we could talk about Queen's Hospital. I wonder if that's the hospital Jean found. And that's about it for that. Let's see. Video memory... Red square? Mika, do you have any idea what this is? I saw this in a book once. Isn't it Moscow before the catastrophe? I found it in the chief's office. Why would he have something like this? I don't know, man. I've never seen this before. You say the chief had it. Wait a minute. What's this about the temple? It looks like the princess's castle over at Lucasland. With a little practice, just about anybody could forge Harry's handwriting. Maybe it wouldn't be past a Snatcher to be able to do that. St. Basil's Cathedral. evidence I could. We showed that. The memo we showed. And the record. John was always a very precise and careful person. If he found it, there must be something going on there. Quick, throw Pepper to see if she sneezes. My god, the biggest twist of all. She was the Snatcher. Let's try to exhaust all our options here. That's right, he gave up smoking all of a sudden the other day, too. Oh. He was always such a heavy smoker, too. That's funny, isn't it? A heavy smoker? So those matches were Harry's? I mean, you bet she is a... Oh, man. Well, we're not gonna investigate that far, but, you know, I guess nothing's impossible. I'm not really sure. He's the kind to keep things bottled up, you know? I wonder what that hidden photograph is all about. Huh. I want to believe in them, but... You, Harry, the Chief, I really love and trust all of you. Well... I don't want to distrust anybody. This isn't getting us anywhere, though. Where do we even begin looking for them? That's terrible. We're all friends. Yes, we are the pro sleuths after all, yes, yes. Besides, all that would happen if we investigated Mika is... Fine, check me out all you want. Oh, yep. Whatever you'd like, even a... Even a new body search if it will reassure you. Sorry about that, I said some things I shouldn't have. No, I'm pretty sure you're real, don't worry, Mika. But seriously, what are we supposed to... I have to apologize to you, Gillian. I was mistaken about you. You're a really wonderful person. Could we have dinner together sometime? Oh my, after just saying that, that's funny. You don't have to tell me twice. Grabs water and pours it over me. That's alright, Gillian. You can look at me all you... I'm breaking character. What the heck do we do? I guess I didn't technically check the detective's room fully. Yeah, this would all be so much easier if Gibson was still alive. When they were giving his stuff away, I got his fountain pen. Now your personal items are the only things here. One of these days, somebody may have to take care of my personal items. Gillian, this isn't some omen. I will shut the locker. There really isn't anything else to do, though. Check one more time, but then we might have to go out to search. It says look for clues while he's out, but we have already checked. And one last try before we leave. anything I haven't checked in here? Nothing here either. I guess we do just have to maybe head out. Gillian, I have a video phone call from Jamie. I'll connect you. From Jamie?
Gillian, it's me, Jamie. Listen carefully. You know that Queen's Hospital? I found out that they undertook a major expansion project in 2035 to put in a basement. That's right, they have a basement. Basement construction is really unusual here in Neo Kobe. That's why there are still records of it. But there's more.
What?
The director of that hospital, Shin Shu-ho, has had his license suspended in the past for performing eugenics experiments at an illicit underground facility.
What?
Are you telling me Queens has underground treatment facilities?
That has to be it, Gillian. Chin Shu-ho is performing skin operations on Snatchers underground.
And that means that Chin himself is also probably a Snatcher. Or rather, the real Chin, the original Chin, was snatched.
So, that entire ground-level complex is just a front for the underground facilities.
And if we hit that hospital, we can ruin the Snatcher's plans.
Exactly.
Well, this is it, Metal. We're heading right into the enemy's headquarters this time.
Yeah.
Gillian,
Yeah?
this sounds really dangerous. I just wanted you to know, I want you to come home safe.
Jamie,
The reason I left you is because I thought you were pushing yourself too hard, being self-destructive. And it seemed like the wedding ring you were wearing when they found us had become a tremendous burden on you. I didn't want that to be the only reason we stayed together.
Oh, Jamie, I never felt that way at all.
I'll be waiting for you. We may not have our memories, but you are the only one I've ever shared any time with. Be careful, Gillian.
Trying to make sure to come home and smooch.
Are you all right, Gillian?
Yeah. All right, Metal, let's go. We have to pay a visit to Queen's Hospital. Her Majesty is waiting.
We know exactly where we're going. Queen's Hospital. What the?
Just where do you think you're going?
Oh crap. No.
This is most unusual. The turbo cycle seems to be out of control.
Switch over to manual. I'll take over.
Understood.
Why?
I've switched to manual control.
Alright.
Well, how is it?
What the? We've got no brakes!
Ah!
Metal, check the brake system out. Pronto!
Sorry, Gillian. Looks like sabotage. No doubt the Snatcher's handiwork.
Sabotaged? But the only one who could work on the turbo cycle.
Worry about that later. Gillian, we've got to do something quickly.
Yep. Jump out. We'd never survive it. It would be like jumping off Brooklyn Bridge. That's a rather dated image, don't you think? What? Are you giving up? Metal, pull that lever over there. Alright, here goes. It broke off. I guess we've had it. We'd never survive it. There's nothing we can do. Don't give up so easily. There might just be some way out of this yet. What in the world are you doing? I've got it. We'll try sideswiping the cliff. Hang on, Metal. Oh. Yeah. Damn, even that won't stop it. Alright, I'll try plowing this thing into the sand pile over here. Hang on. Yeah, damn. Won't anything work? Alright. It's a long shot, but I'll push this button here.
And a good morning to you, my friend. Blood Mellow with you here on the big 90.7. Looks like we're gonna have a bright...
You've turned the radio on, Gillian. What are you thinking? Alright, into the cliff one more time. Sorry, Metal. Yeah. Damn, even that won't stop it. We're finished. It's been nice knowing you, Gillian. Shut up. There must be something. It's hopeless. We're moving at over 200 kilometers per hour. There's no way we can survive. Damn, the speed keeps increasing. Now try another button. Oh, that was the switch for the afterburner. Whoops. You boosted our thrust by 23%, Gillian. Do something. Pray to Ithra, yes. Well, Metal, I haven't known you for very long, but it's been fun. Gillian. Let's pray together. Actually, I'm not that religious. I didn't think so. We're going to die! We're going to die! We've had it. Oh dear lord. That's it, Gillian. Prayer! Look, a new command has appeared on the menu. Wait, what? In control panel. Ithra has come through for us.
What else can we do? Metal, start punching buttons.
Any buttons at all?
Yes, push anything.
Gillian, this doesn't seem to be doing any good.
Damn, I was sure that would work.
Ah.
Gillian, the road makes a sharp right turn just 1,500 meters ahead. At this speed, we'll never make it. Gillian! Gillian!
Hey, Gillian!
What's that sound?
Over here! What's that? Gillian, over here! Random! Gillian, you gotta jump over to my bike! Hurry!
800 meters until we reach the curve.
Metal, you go first!
What? Not again.
Move your butt! That curve's just ahead!
Understood. 1, 2, 3!
How does Metal jump?
All right, Gillian, now it's your turn. Keep her steady.
300 meters until you reach the curve.
Gillian, jump! I can't!
Waiting for the right moment.
150 meters.
Gillian, now!
70 meters.
Now, Gillian, now!
Oh, we're too late!
Ah!
Gillian!
Oh. Ooh.
I guess he didn't make it. Don't bury me so fast. I'm right here.
Ho 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 ho.
Don't you even know how to ride a motorcycle?
Gillian, it's not much farther to Queen's Hospital, and you could probably use the exercise anyway. Why don't we just continue the rest of the way like this?
For a moment, I thought he was gonna say, and I might need the change of pants.
We've arrived at Queen's Hospital.
So, this is the place, huh? Random, are you sure you know what you're doing? This isn't going to be a field trip, you know. We may not come back.
And the bounty for this one will more than make up for it.
If you're around to spend it, that is.
Gillian, let's get going.
Alright. Let's move in. Alright, Random, let's go. I'm ready for anything. Alright, I'll open the door. We're inside the hospital. It's really quiet in here. There has to be an entrance to the lower level in here somewhere. Let's should go into room number 3, that dark room. Because the desk had the sliding bit, the sliding rails. So there must be something there. Gillian, let's try switching my light on, shall we? Pitch black in here, ain't it? Alright, turn on your light. Yes, sir. Coming on. The light is now on. I turn control of it over to you, Gillian. Okay. I'll let you handle it, Gillian. There are rails on the floor. Rails? That's funny. Maybe this is the way to the lower level. There must be a switch somewhere. They run under this desk. Perhaps this desk is designed to slide. I think you're right. What's this? Let's catch some snatchers? Oh, yes. Wait a minute. The face-to-face clue from earlier again? You don't... Oh, that keeps why does that keep coming up? That's crazy. Doesn't this look like the face... or the picture that's on the wall of the chief's office? Oh, man. That's a famous optical illusion, isn't it? I get it. Their eyes don't register optical illusions. We better check that out. It's not something a human would notice easily. It could be a sign of some kind. I bet this vase is some kind of a switch. Alright, I will try lifting it up. Oh. The desk slid to one way, revealing a stairway leading down.
This apparently leads down to a lower level.
It looks like Jamie was right. Queen's Hospital does have a basement.
And that basement is the Snatcher's main lair. Out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they say. Well, what do we do now, Gillian?
It appears to go straight down. Unlike the hallway, these stairs do not have any dust on them. In other words, our friends use this, right? I don't read anything at the moment.
It's a very narrow stairway. We'll have to go down single file.
Okay, who's going to take the point?
That's obvious. The guy with the light.
Hey, that's not fair!
I mean, it is arguably the best thing to do, so... Be brave, Metal.
Well, well, what do we have here?
It's the hospital corridor.
It's the same hallway, but not the one that's on the first floor.
So what does that mean?
An entire floor of Queen's Hospital has been duplicated underground.
So the same floor is both upstairs and downstairs, sort of like parallel worlds.
So that desolate setup upstairs is all just a smokescreen. They're making it look like the place is closed down, but in reality, they're keeping themselves quite busy.
Gillian, that means we're already right in the middle of their headquarters.
Yep.
Please use extreme caution.
Uh-huh. Does that mean there's switches to open those doors in the same spot? The monitors and control consoles are also well cared for. In other words, this stuff gets looked at regularly. We better be real careful. The monitors are switched off, but the AC power lamps are still lit. There are switches here to open the doors. What's this? Unlike the first floor, there are only 2 door switches. Alright, I will push switch number 1. Door number 1 opened. Alright. Coming for you. Let's check out the first room. We are in room number 1. The lights are on, unlike upstairs. Start looking. There's an operating table in the middle of the room. This appears to be their real treatment area. With these lights, it actually looks like a real hospital. Various X-ray devices have been installed in the ceiling. Brand new medical monitors. A standard operating table with cables running from it. Nothing of note. It's a pretty big place. Can't really see everything at once. Let's take a look from one side to the other. Alright. Alright, let's look over the entire room. It's a Snatcher. Don't scare me like that. It's just a specimen. Or is it? I'm not picking up any movement, at least not anymore. There was some movement, but I've lost it now. What do you mean there was some movement and then you lost it? This is rather grotesque. It's somewhat distorted. For a medical model, it is quite inaccurate. Oh yeah, it's that smell you get at just about any hospital. An operating one, that is. Whoa, the smell from those drugs could knock a guy down. I wonder if this is where they carry out their treatment. It sure looks that way. There's no mistake. This is their nest. Let's take the place out. Just relax. Let's take a look at the other rooms, too. Oh, actually. Shoot. Yeah, now that we're in the middle of their lair, I'm gonna make a quick save. Alrighty. Continue to investigate. Stuff that's used in cancer treatment, which makes perfect sense since they talk about melanomas. Ultrasound, MRI. The surface of the bed is still quite warm. It's as if someone was lying there until just moments ago. This is odd. The reading comes and goes. Probably a sensor malfunction on my part. Get it together, metal. Look over again. It's gone! No! Come here, you bastard. The skeleton's gone. It was definitely there a moment ago. I read movement. This room. Gillian, watch it. Come here. Shoot, aim for the head.
Did I get it?
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated. There's no doubt now that this is their maintenance facility. This one was probably still waiting to get its artificial skin installed.
So this is what they really look like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing about them. You can't tell them from real people once they've got that skin on.
Perhaps that's humanity's great weakness. We're always judging books by their cover.
And it's just that human weakness that they're out to take advantage of.
All right, Random. Metal, let's go. The HQ's junk squad can take care of him later. We've got an investigation to do.
Take that, scum. I think it's definitely dead, or terminated this time. Yes, all its functions have ceased. I don't read any residual energy either. Well, I don't know, your motion sensor said that it was, I mean, it was on the fritz earlier. I don't know if I trust you, Metal.
Impressive! Looks like I misjudged you, Junker.
That is quite a tough customer. You get a few hundred of those together and that'd be it. Gillian, let's get on with the investigation. Indeed. Right, let's get out of here. Just like that last one, you never know when they might pop out. Keep your blaster ready, Gillian. Aye aye. Let's hit the next switch. What's in room number 2? Eyeballs. Look at this. Some kind of testing equipment's running. It's a real nasty sound. Gets on my nerves. This room seems to be their real biotech research lab. Looks like my Frankenstein could show up any minute. It is well equipped with micro manipulators, various types of lasers. It has to be a microsurgery room. There are a number of jars for formaldehyde and other chemicals. What that's it? The vast number of jars almost suggests a museum. There are a number of machines for biotech experiments. It seems they are quite serious about their work. They are all finest quality monitors, microscopes, and the like. Perhaps they are culturing skin cells. They're trying to overcome their weakness. It's illuminated with red light. It is a very disquieting atmosphere indeed. What are they doing here? What with all these samples? Looks like a lot more than a place to treat skin cancer. Argon lasers? A dice for selectively destroying certain types of cancer cells. And a gene cannon. Whatever that is. Everything's neatly organized. There's no mistake. This is definitely their maintenance hospital. 1000%. This is quite an impressive array of equipment. Some university hospitals are not stocked this well. NMR microscopes, STMs, high voltage electron microscopes, electron beam holography cameras, streak cameras. Gillian, the Snatchers obviously possess much greater intelligence than we have previously given them credit for. Nevertheless, their technology seems somewhat dated. Dated? What do you mean by that? You were just saying it was state-of-the-art a second ago. The equipment and techniques they are using, most of these methods were abandoned years ago. This is well behind the current level of technology in most developed countries. Huh? It's a rough approximation, but I would say they are 20 to 30 years behind the times. What's more, judging from the imbalance of research material here, it appears to be primarily the work of one individual. You're telling me all this work on Snatchers and artificial skin being carried out by one person, not some government institution? The design of this lab itself is in violation of a number of biohazard prevention safety codes. While a few safety cabinets have been installed, there is no autoclave or gas sterilizer anywhere. This is quite far from P4 level. I seriously doubt that this lab was set up by a government or any large organization. What? That skeleton back there was probably waiting to get his skin here, huh? You think this place is only used for skin treatment? Quiet, Gillian. They will hear us if we make too much noise. Yeah, no kidding. Ugh, what a smell. It smells like rotting fish or something. That's the smell of decomposing protein. So that's the smell of cancerous skin cells like Gibson wrote about. Ugh, I can't stand the smell. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be sick. Let's get out of here. Ugh, I feel sick. So Gillian, now it's down to just room number 3. But... everything looks the same, except there's a switch missing. There's only 2 buttons. Maybe it can be opened using those 2 buttons? I'm not reading any movement. We are the only ones in the area. Rolls on by. Can't imagine a bunch of snatchers rolling around, waxing the floors. They seem to like things tidy, don't they? And it's obviously used differently from the floor above. Morgue? As in where dead bodies are kept? I mean, have you seen them droids in Star Wars that roll around? Pretty scary if you just spotted one of them coming in. Oh, that's what you had in mind? Yeah. I mean, yeah, if a Snatcher tried, it could roll up. Maybe it could roll around like a... not as well as the ball, but like, I mean, we've already seen what they can do. They're pretty resilient suckers. I wouldn't be surprised if they could... Oh, let's hope that's not an omen. Can't be opened manually. If there was one in the operating room, there are bound to be others. You never know. They could be hiding anywhere around here. I don't know. For a hideout, there aren't very many of them. Quiet, Gillian. They will hear us if we make too much noise. Right. Of course. 1 + 2 = 3.
Alright, let's try pushing both buttons simultaneously.
The 2 buttons are on opposite panels, so there's no way one person can push them both alone.
Oh.
But if 2 of us work together, it might do it.
That's it, Gillian. It makes perfect sense. It's the same system they used to use in nuclear missile silos in the late 20th century. Eliminates the risk of one man going nuts and acting alone.
Right.
Well, it's hard to be sure, but let's give it a try anyway. I've got button 1. Random, you push number 2. You ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come on!
Brilliant.
You did it! Door number 3 opened.
With safety measures like that, they must have had a good reason for wanting to keep it closed.
Yeah. Well, you're not hiding from us anymore. Ready, Random? Let's have a look at the last room.
Good
could read 4 human skeletons in this room.
It's their morgue.
Perhaps victims of the Snatchers?
Well, it doesn't look like whoever put them here was too worried about making sure they would rest in peace.
No, it doesn't. These have got to be their victims.
Yeah.
This is probably where they hide the bodies of the originals they snatch from places like Outer Heaven.
They probably picked Outer Heaven because it gets a lot of VIP traffic. Plus, during masquerade time, they could work the place and still keep their identities secret.
Yeah, and the guy who set up the link between them and Outer Heaven was Freddy, that taxi driver. They must have gone after him not because of who he was, but what he did. After all, with a taxi, there's plenty of chances to milk your customers for information. That's probably how they learned about Outer Heaven and Plato's Cavern.
I've been wondering what they had done with the bodies.
Want to hide a book? What better place than the library? Need
Yeah.
to hide a body? How about the morgue?
And for them, keeping the bodies hidden is crucial. I mean, if somebody who's supposed to be dead is out walking the streets, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out that something screwy is going on.
That means that if we can figure out who these bodies were, then we've just nailed 4 Snatchers.
Yep. It appears to have been a proper morgue at one time, but now it's being used as little more than a closet. There's a ventilation duct on one side of the room. One of the bodies is still decomposing, the other 3 are little more than skeletons. There is a cover on the duct, but it has been weakened by oxidation. There are a few droppings on the floor from mice who were no doubt feeding on the bodies. A number of different insect larvae have infested the body. It hasn't been well preserved, to say the least. But it's definitely a human body. The insects infesting a decomposing body can be divided into 8 large groups. Each of these groups works on the body for roughly 15 days, making an 8 times 15 day or 4-month cycle. As such, an analysis of the variety, number, and size of organisms on the body allows a rather accurate estimation of which group is currently present. In other words, you can figure out how long the victim's been dead without analyzing the body itself, right? On this particular body, flies have laid eggs, and the maggots have grown into adult flies, so it has been less than 30 days since death. As for the other 3 bodies, 1 full cycle has been completed, so at least 4 months have passed. Ugh, what a horrible smell. Can you determine the cause of death? The bodies are severely damaged, so determination would require more extensive facilities than are available here. What about the identity of the victims? Hair, clothing, even teeth, anything that could be used to make an identification is gone. Damn Snatchers, they were careful to make sure their identities didn't get out. If we even had some teeth, we might be able to make an ID. What about these teeth here? They've been deliberately misaligned to prevent identification. Then I guess we'll never be able to ID them. There is a way. What? How? We can perform a simulated reconstruction. Fortunately, the skulls of the victims are still intact. Reconstruction, eh? Good idea. Great idea. Let's do it. Metal, let's do this reconstruction thing on the bodies.
Now performing simulated reconstruction of the head and facial features of each of the 4 victims. Commencing with victim number 1. Now performing craniometric analysis. X-ray and sagittal X-ray, magnetic resonance imaging, and positron CT data gathered. Complete cranial data now being compiled. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction. First, victim's age. Estimate based on 1. Presence or absence of cranial fontanelles and chroma of epicranial sutures. 2. Area of facial region and cranium. 3. Height of upper and lower jaw and development of alveolar part. And 4. Location of cranial center of gravity. Next, victim's sex. Estimate based on 1. Overall size of cranium, 2. Parietal bone angle, and 3. Development of splachocranium. Lastly, victim's race. Estimate based on 1. Overall cranial configuration, 2. Volume of intercranial cavity, and 3. Mass of the skull. Now commencing soft feature reconstruction based on averaged results of above analysis. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of averaged values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
That's ready.
Reconstruction of head of first victim completed.
It's Freddie Nielsen.
Moving on to second victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 2. Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of averaged values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
Well, well, well.
Reconstruction of head of second victim completed.
That's Lisa Nielsen.
Yep.
Moving on to third victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 3. Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of averaged values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of third victim completed.
Who in the world is that?
That's the director of Queen's Hospital, Shin Fui, what's his face,
Chin Shu O Gillian. Moving on to last victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 4.
This one's the most recent. It's still decomposing.
Yep.
Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of averaged values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
That's
Reconstruction of head of final victim completed.
the chief.
It's the chief!
What?
My God.
The chief is a snatcher! The Benson on the scrap of that patient record was Benson Cunningham.
Indeed.
Judging from the condition of the body, I would estimate that the snatching took place approximately 1 month ago.
So it was the chief who sabotaged our turbo cycle. And those matches we found in Harry's room, the chief must have put them there to try to set him up.
Yeah.
No doubt Harry figured it out and decided to leave that face-to-face message. Wait a minute. Didn't Mika say that Harry had left to go find the chief?
Uh-oh.
That's right. He was probably trying to track down some evidence on the chief.
Gillian, I'd say that this Harry has put himself in a pretty dangerous spot.
Yeah.
If
Gotta
it
get
was
back
the
there.
chief that sabotaged the turbo cycle, doesn't that mean that he already knows we're onto him?
Yeah.
Damn! Harry and Mika are in danger!
That's far enough, Junker.
What?
Your little investigation is over.
What? Hey, show yourself.
It's them!
Who? Snatchers?
Get them!
Ah. Unfortunately, it's a cutscene.
My arm! I can't reach my blaster! I'm hit in the leg!
Is that the best you can do, Junker?
Who's there? Jin Shuo, you scum!
It seems you still have some fight left in you. You two are finished, but our plans move forward. We are now entering Phase 2. And when we do, not only this city, but the entire world will be ours to command.
Phase 2? What are you talking about?
As you know, our operations have been hindered up to now by the flaws in our artificial skin. The skin's shortcomings have kept us away from ultraviolet rays, forcing us to do our work at night, underground, or in the winter. In the end, we had to construct a hospital like this, all because of the flaws in our artificial skin. This was the only difference between us and you humans. But now we have broken this barrier.
What?
Huh? We are on the verge of developing a perfect artificial skin, thanks to the cooperation of a new partner in our plan.
Perfect artificial skin? A new partner?
Once we have the new skin, nothing will be able to stop us. And with that, our plan moves to phase 2. Our little experiment in this city will end, and we'll move in force to take over the world.
No.
Don't be so sure. You won't get out of the city that easy.
You humans are always so overconfident, so naive.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're aware that the Kyoto Summit, being held to decide how to handle the Snatcher problem, opens tomorrow.
Metal, is that right?
Yes. Countries around the world are concerned about the Snatcher problem. It will be one of the main topics discussed at this year's summit.
That's right. Tomorrow, we attack the summit.
No.
You must be crazy. The security there will be incredible. You won't even get close.
Must I explain everything to you, Junker? Aren't you even aware that a fellow Junker will be giving a special presentation at the summit?
No,
The
no,
chief!
no.
Cunningham! So that's why you snatched him.
We've known that your chief would be speaking at the summit for over 3 months now.
Gillian, the summit is tomorrow. We have to hurry.
Yeah,
Listen,
we do.
we have your chief. You Junkers are at our mercy, and so is this city. And tomorrow, we move on the world. Nothing can stop us now. We will finally achieve our long-awaited goal of global domination.
Who is this we you keep talking about?
We are an evolved life form, given life in the depths of the Kremlin by our creator, Modnar.
What?
We are a new race.
Modnar?
Modnar? The Kremlin? Those names are familiar, but...
Our goal is to snatch all of the world's leaders and then achieve total control of human thought and worldwide racial unification.
You're insane. Humanity won't be so easily dominated. You underestimate the strength of the human spirit.
That's
I
right.
think not. In the same way as the Nazis, our strategy begins with the overpowering of the spirit of the people. We will strike at you humans' weakest point, the most primitive part of your psychological makeup, your suspiciousness and fear. By provoking suspicion and mistrust throughout the populace, we will destroy that fragile fabric which holds your society together, that of trust. Fear is you humans' weak point. It is the primitive part of your brains that binds you forever to your animal ancestors and makes you vulnerable. By stimulating that part of your atavistic instincts, our plan can succeed magnificently.
Gillian, at this rate, they'll kill us all. You've got to get out alive. You're a junker.
Just what have you have in mind?
I've got a big fireworks show ready for him. Better that than get snatched.
What? You're gonna blow yourself up? No, we're better off fighting together.
Hey, it won't work. I'm hit in the thigh. Ow, oh, damn. A bounty hunter can't do anything with a leg wound like this. I might as well have been shot in the head.
Well, there must be some way out of here.
Hey, I wasn't doing this job just for fun. I stayed ready for situations like this. I've always been prepared to go out with a bang.
It's December. A little late for fireworks.
So it'll be an off-season show.
No, I can't let you.
My belt's packed with TNT PX. You know, that really strong stuff they use in the mines on Mars? One push, and this whole hospital will go. No trouble at all.
The whole
No
hospital?
time to sit around thinking, Junker boy. Go!
Yeah, in case you didn't notice,
What
I'm
are
kind
you
of
doing?
stuck.
Get your butt moving, you fool! Get out through this air shaft. I've got a powerful strobe on me. Its flash will screw up their sensors long enough for you to get out. Now, you with me? Fireworks are better from a distance anyway, Gillian.
Are you two finished chatting? Then I think it's time for you to die. We're quite busy, you know.
You ready? When I give the signal, break into the air shaft and run. And don't forget your blaster.
Right.
Metal, stay with me.
Yes, sir.
Random.
Gillian! Doesn't look like I'm gonna have a chance to call in that debt you owe me.
Don't worry. I'll pay it back to the Snatchers with interest.
All right, go!
All right.
Run, Gillian!
Let's do it. Wah! It's a good thing that vent was there. Oh. We did lose a good one. One of the best. Oh. How long have we been out for?
Metal, are you okay? Metal, something broken?
I think that means he's not okay.
Okay, but it appears that language circuits have been damaged somewhat.
What happened?
Yep.
Random blew himself up after getting us into this air shaft.
Random.
Gillian, that explosion should have taken all of Queen's Hospital with it.
The thick walls of this duct must have shielded us from enough of the blast. If it wasn't for Random, we wouldn't have made it. Oh, Random.
Gillian, we have no time for grief now. We must get back to Junker headquarters as quickly as possible. Harry and Mika are in danger.
You're right.
That's
and I
right.
have to keep my promise to Random. But first, we have to figure out how to get out of here.
I can't see a thing. What should we do?
Is your light still working? You feel bad for the robot, but it was a bit too funny. Oh, it was definitely funny, yeah. You gotta see the silver lining in situations like this, you know? Oh, while we're here, may as well make another save. Right, Metal, turn your light on, will you? Let there be light. Let's try moving forward. There could be Snatchers waiting for us. Please use extreme caution. How far does this thing go? Gillian, are you sure this thing has an exit? I mean... no. Not anymore, at least, but... looks like there's some kind of scratches. Scratches? This scratch was caused by the scraping of a very hard claw-like object of some kind. A Snatcher? Maybe they're using this as some kind of shortcut or back route. Picking up any movement? I'm afraid the shock of that explosion has damaged my motion detector. So, is it working or not? I'm getting partial readings, but they are not as sensitive as they should be. If we get attacked in a narrow area like this, we've had it. Please pray for us, Gillian. We've got to make it out of here. Damn. So I have to depend on my own eyes and ears, do I? If we listen carefully, we may be able to hear something. I can hear the sound of water flowing. There must be a way out of this thing nearby. There is probably a sewer or something nearby. We can probably keep moving forward, but it's likely to be a dead end. Buried alive, eh? Great. Check real careful. There's got to be a way out of here. Let's see. What's this? There's some sand spilled here. How did this get here? Alright, now analyzing the sand. Iron particles, high quantities of phosphorus. This type of sand is particular to the M district in Nyokobe. The M district, eh? Around the old factory, right? What's that mean? It is quite unusual that particular sand would be present here. It was no doubt brought here by someone. For an air duct, the quantity of dust is quite low. So that means this thing is used regularly, right? Yes. There is certainly no reason why anyone would ever deliberately clean a duct like this. Achoo! Snow 9? Gillian, is it Snow 9? Alright, I will gather and analyze a sample of the air here. Gillian, the results are as I would have expected. Though the concentration is thin, there is definitely Snow 9 present. Snow 9, huh? Is it okay to breathe? You will be safe at these concentrations. The farther we go, the higher the concentration. It must be coming from that direction. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, we checked everything now, right? Oh, here we go. Reinforcing bars formed of level 4 hardness steel alloy have been installed. It is quite strong. And that's what saved us. I guess we should thank them, eh? It seems that this is not just a simple air duct. It looks like the Snatchers have been using it to move around. With these scratches and the presence of Snow 9, I'd say it's definite. I sure don't want to meet up with any of them in a tight space like this. Continuing forward. Jeez, this thing just keeps going. Insectors! Gillian, use your blaster! You gotta be kidding. I was not expecting that. That was shocking. And that's why we use EMPs with such brute power, it fries them instead. Oh. Yeah, that'll be Metal Gear's next upgrade. I'm no longer reading any motion. Oof, they really build a lot of those things, don't they? That was a close one, wasn't it, Gillian? Yeah, 4 hits. Much worse than I'd have been saying walking through those pearly gates by now. Oop, thank you for the posture check. Those insectors must be the security for this area. Which means at the end of this duct. I'm not reading any motion. Let's move on. Don't want to meet up with any more of those spiders. Look, a way out. Oh, and the hydrate. Thank you, thank you. We are saved, Gillian. Metal, don't let your guard down.
What in the world?
This is part of the tube liner, the city's long-abandoned subway system.
You mean Queen's Hospital and this were connected?
Yes, it would appear that the Snatchers were using this to move from place to place.
Of course.
This would provide them with the perfect way to move about while still avoiding the ultraviolet rays they hate so much. We should have realized this sooner. The city is crisscrossed by the tube liner's old lines, and since they are abandoned, the Snatchers could move undetected as well.
Aha! That's how those two we caught a glimpse of at the abandoned factory where Gibson was killed were able to disappear so quickly. They must have used this subway.
That would appear to be correct. The tube liner passes underneath that factory site as well. That would also explain why sand from the factory was in the air duct at the hospital.
So this is the trick they were using to stay out of the sun and avoid being seen while they moved around.
Now we know why it took so long to uncover them.
All right, let's follow the subway. We should be able to get out when we get to the nearest station.
How far does this bloody thing go? We are probably lost. Oh, I wonder where we are. Metal, can you see what's up ahead? It appears that the tunnel continues for as far as I can see. A clue? Yes, we must look for a clue. That's the area we just passed through. I see nothing. Ah! Oh, well, that's a clue, alright. Are the Snatchers also making illegal ID cards? Oh my gosh. This is a great clue. And we must now dispose of the evidence. Thank you, thank you. Those Snatchers are far more sinister than I initially gave them credit for. Yes. Truly. They are very clever. Very, very clever. They're trying to be Team Sus, how dare they? You can never replace Team Sus. Never! The only sound is that of our own footsteps. Metal, how much farther do we have to reach the next station? Since I don't know what our exact present location is, I cannot give you an accurate figure. Oh no! Not the sneezing too! This part of the system didn't have very many stations. We will probably have to walk quite a bit further. Metal, can you hear any trains approaching? What are you saying, Gillian? The tube liner system has been abandoned for years. No unusual sounds. What part of the city is this? I believe we are probably underneath the MR district. Gillian, what's wrong?
Look, Metal, light!
Yes, but this doesn't look like a station.
There's a ladder.
Where do you suppose it leads, Gillian?
Up.
I don't have the slightest, but let's climb it and see.
Yeah.
All right.
Up is up.
Now climbing the ladder.
And up is out.
We seem to have emerged into an odd place. Wait, this room.
Yeah, we've been here.
It's Freddie Nielsen's bathroom.
My gosh.
He was using this shaft from the bathtub to get down into the subway. So that's how he did that.
Crazy.
Ah, yes. As I recall, after you disposed of Lisa, he somehow entered the apartment without using the regular entrance.
Which he accomplished by using this secret passage into his bathtub.
The bathtub must be of a double construction. The bottom is actually a lid. When they wanted to hide the passage, all they needed to do was fill the tub. And to get in and out, they would just drain the water into another tank.
Jeez. Double bottom bathtubs? Abandoned subways? Snatchers really go out of their way to stay out of the sun.
Yeah.
Okay, Gillian, let's head outside.
Yep. And there's that stinking map again. The one of Moscow. And anytime you see one of those, the Snatcher is sure to be nearby. Jinshuo at Queen's Hospital had a picture of St. Basil's Cathedral. The chief keeps a picture of Red Square hidden. How come everybody's such a big Moscow fan these days? What's going on here? Moscow seems to hold some clue to this whole thing, doesn't it? Moscow. Did that guy say something about it? Before the explosion, didn't Jinshuo say something about achieving what was meant to be 55 years ago at the depths of the Kremlin? Now that you mention it, this map is from exactly that era, isn't it? Moscow, 55 years ago. The key to understanding the Snatchers no doubt lies there. Oh, thank you for the hydrate again. How's it going, Nadia? Oh, thank you for the lurk. Much appreciated. This has to have some meaning. I don't think they'd paste a 50-year-old map up here just for decoration. A late 20th century map. Well, let's get out of here. Be careful that you don't touch the tape lines. Tape? You mean this laser beam, right? Don't break the beam, Gillian. You'll have people from headquarters all over this place. It's a security sensor, you know. I see. Gotta make sure nobody messes with the evidence, after all. Yeah. Jeez, I feel like I'm breaking into the place or something. We're outside of Nielsen's apartment. Thank God. Now let's get back to headquarters. Walking back would take far too long to get to the turbo cycle. We have to find some other way. Aren't there any taxis or anything around here? Why don't we search the area? Look, there's a taxi over there. It's a manned taxi. The driver is behind a wheel. He's parked illegally in front of a house. Perhaps he's waiting for a customer. I see. The cab is for hire. Shall we board it? It's a black taxi, but we have little choice in the matter. Let's board, Gillian. Indeed. Alright, let's board the taxi. We have boarded the taxi. Where to, sir? This is a manned cab. I can take you anywhere you want to go. The car has been modified to operate on manual only. Hey, this is a black taxi, you know? Don't be so nosy, okay? His face is concealed. Polarizing film has been placed on the rearview mirror. Come on, stop that, please. Now, where would you like to go? You don't trust the driver? Yeah, that's why I'm taking a moment to assess the surroundings. The driver's identification is not posted on the dashboard. Come on, stop that, please. Now, where would you like to go? The driver is of medium height and medium build. Come Come on, you know the unspoken rule. Drivers and passengers of black taxis aren't supposed to interfere with each other's business, you know? We're on urgent business. Get us to Junker headquarters as fast as you can. Junker headquarters, eh? What would you want to go there for? Something going down? We are in a hurry. Is that some kind of a joke, sir? You can't be serious. This is a manned taxi, you know. I can't go to a place like that. Metal, I think we picked up a weird taxi. Listen, I'm a junker, gosh darn it. Take me to Junker headquarters and do it now. I'm afraid not. You're not going anywhere. Or rather, you're going somewhere else. You want to know where that is? Where? Straight to hell! Chinshuo! Haha, gotcha.
Is he dead?
He's junk now. Stubborn one, wasn't he?
Jeez. He made it through that explosion and was waiting for us out here. If those things ever get control of the city, there's no way we'll ever get it back. We've got to stop him before that.
Yep.
And to do that, we have to prevent the chief from getting to the Kyoto summit.
I know. And I have to pay back my debt to Random.
Let's use this taxi to get back to Junker headquarters.
I planned on it. I just hope Mika and Harry are safe.
We've arrived at Junker headquarters. I certainly hope Mika and Harry are safe. Alright, Metal, this is it. The final showdown. Are you ready? Let's go. Now entering headquarters. Oh. What? The shutter on the reception booth is closed. They'd better be okay, else you're calling the battleship and blowing the planet up. Yeah, we gotta control this problem real quick. This is definitely emergency status stuff. Where did Mika go, though? The surface of the shutter shows evidence of being struck by fire from an energy weapon. I read motion. Something is in the booth. Can't this be opened from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be opened from the outside. Where's that emergency external connection port? Metal, find the external connection jack. Here we are. I've located it on the side of the booth. With this, I will be able to open the shutter. Now plugging into emergency external connection port. Releasing lock mechanism. Now opening the shutter.
All right, I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution. Anything could be inside.
Mika.
Mika! Mika, are you all right? Metal, how is she?
Her pulse is normal. The only external injuries are to her forehead, and they are not serious. There's been no significant blood loss.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian.
Mika, what happened?
Gillian, the chief. The chief is a Snatcher.
We know.
So he's finally shown his true colors.
Harry's...
What's happened to Harry?
Harry put me in the pod and sealed the main door. He locked the Snatcher in.
That was smart. Not even a Snatcher can get through this shield.
So where's Harry?
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he went in. Gillian, please help him.
Harry, Mika, open the door. I'm going in. Metal, we're going in. Be careful. That Snatcher could be hiding anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard down.
Don't worry. I'll watch myself in there.
Alright, Chief. What? Harry, no! We're in the main hallway. What's this? Someone is down. That hat. Harry? Harry!
Harry!
Oh, Gillian, is that you? I'm getting old. Just look at me.
What happened?
I saw the chief messing with your turbocycle, and that weird picture in his office.
Metal, how is he? Metal!
I do not wish to say.
Really that bad, huh?
Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, he showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
That's enough, Harry. I understand. Metal, is there anything we can do for him?
Gillian, I'm sorry.
Harry, you'll be okay. It doesn't look like you're hurting too bad. This'll work out perfect. You always were working too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest up?
Yeah, sure. Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body. I know I ain't gonna make it. You were a good kid, Gillian.
Harry!
I don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you. I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little, like my father. What I can remember of him.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
Harry, hang in there. You and I were gonna go out and tie one on, remember?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You, me, and Jean, the three of us.
But John is...
Metal, quiet!
Gillian, I've lived my life alone. I didn't know my parents or family. Always so stubborn, glued to my research. I never really trusted anybody. That was a mistake.
Blood pressure continuing to fall.
Harry?
After Jean died, I felt it. Human warmth, companionship.
I know what you mean.
Gillian, I just wanted to get along with everybody. I don't need no Nobel Prize. For 50 years, I've been searching, trying to find something I lost. Looks like I'll never find it now.
Gillian, he's about...
Looks like I've been talking too much. It's up to you now, Gillian. I'm finished. You won't forget this, old grouch, will you?
Harry!
Gillian, you've got to believe in yourself. You're the last junker.
Harry!
Harry!
Pulse 0. Pupils are dilated.
No!
Cunningham! No! Snatcher! I'll get you for this!
Damn
We
right!
have no time for grieving. That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Metal, listen to me. If that Snatcher gets me, you've got to take Mika and run. Then you've got to blow up Junker headquarters. Blow it sky high! You understand me?
Yes, sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that. So, where should we start our search?
Zephyr. Mission is clear. Purge out the Snatchers. No mercy. Ethra's wrath is final.
Darn right. We will purge them. It is our holy mission now. Motion detector. No reading. No Snatchers yet. Next room. Are they behind the work table? Nope. Under. Don't jump scare me, Metal. Nothing. Any motion in engineering? I don't read any movement. We are the only ones in the area. The ceiling fan is the only thing moving. What if he's in the closet? Or the locker, rather. Nope. Nothing. Any motion readings? Nope. Computer room. Still nothing. Nothing. Registering any motion here in the computer room, Metal? There is no reading. My movement center is functioning properly. Shooting range. Be the perfect place. There's a good chance it's hiding in here somewhere. Alright, now investigating. No Snatchers here. Anything inside? Above? Any motion in the shooting range? Reading anything? No reading. My movement sensor is functioning properly. Back to the hallway. I've checked all the rooms. Where could it be? Let's go through all of the rooms one more time. Harry's body's the only thing around. Just wait here a little longer, Harry. I'll get the bastard for you. Any movement in this hallway? You're the only ones registering on my motion detector. Alright. Oh! What's this? There's something on the desk. Oh. Oh. There is some kind of stain on the desktop. There was no stain like this a few moments ago. Can I please look at it some more? It's blood. There's a pool of blood on the desktop. It appears that blood is dripping from the ceiling. Why don't we investigate the ceiling? There you are, you sneaky bastard! Cunningham!
lighting control system has been destroyed.
Ugh.
Distance to motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
What?
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has been activated.
Okay.
Can we find him again?
We should go after him immediately.
Of course.
We'll find him. We know he's somewhere inside headquarters.
Yep.
The Snatcher has been wounded. We should look for traces of blood.
Yep. It's true, he has to be in a different room. Engineering? Nothing. 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 There's gotta be blood somewhere. But it'd be hard to see it because everything's covered in red lighting. But I didn't see anything here. Nothing there. Nope. And no signs of blood. No movement. Computer room. Nothing. No traces of blood. It's funny. I'm pretty sure I at least winged him. Nothing. Shooting range. No signs. No. No. There's gotta be blood somewhere. The hallway? I mean, there's certainly blood here, but... Damn, where's it hiding? There's no way for it to get out of headquarters. There are still some rooms we haven't checked. Gary's body. Yeah. Damn that Snatcher. Where could it have gone? Don't suppose it somehow made its way back into the Chief's room. No new blood traces. Must be in a different room. Okay. Actually, yeah. Aren't there rooms you haven't searched yet? I guess we haven't been to the front, but he can't get out yet. Let's check the lobby. The lobby? You never know. But the main door was sealed off when we came in. We've checked and double-checked everywhere else. Let's just take a look.
The main door has been opened.
What?
Did Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod.
Shit.
What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Don't move, Seed.
Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself.
I'm right here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
Oh, yeah?
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move. It's a trap.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
I don't know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Mika!
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker.
Either that or he hits us. Oh, that was close.
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Harry? I got him.
Yeah.
Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Queen's Hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you can imagine. Now our plans will move into Phase 2. For that, we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine. Your existence is meaningless, as long as you don't get your memory back. Good luck, Junker.
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry! Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika!
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die. I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the city is still full of Snatchers. This fight is just beginning.
Gillian, I have an urgent video call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
Your memory?
What?
So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie, what's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
What? Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you. They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy?
What?
Who?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Snatcher!
Gillian!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish, Professor Seed.
Huh? Say the word and you press the boom button. As a last resort, we will keep that in mind. Act 2. End. Let's go ahead and save. Yeah, it turned intense.
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just
Act
3
3.
hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe
as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
What?
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatcher's headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Well, they said the Kremlin.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
Yep.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Metal, what about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
You knew all along?
Of course.
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the Army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
Wait.
That's Harry's picture from when he was a kid.
My boy! They
Harry
killed
is
my
Gillian
boy!
and Jamie's son.
No!
It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
Harry?
You bastards!
Harry was my son?
Using the information gained from
How
the photo,
dare they?
it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow, 50 years ago.
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry. Harry was my son. Did he know?
No. It was highly classified information. He was never told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
I know.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right.
Yeah.
They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right. Let's go over what we know about them.
First of all, what is the Snatcher's weak point? Well, it's ultraviolet rays. That is correct. Their weak point is their defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes mutations in the melanocytes in the stratum basale of their skin, which become cancerous. Specifically, long ultraviolet rays in the 250 to 350 nanometer range is responsible for causing the cancer. That's right. That's the reason why they're so limited as to when they can be out. They only come out at night in the middle of the winter and wear sunscreen even then. That's the method that Jean used to figure out what the Snatchers were up to. How ironic. Turns out that the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. That is right. Now, what method were they using to move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? The underpass. This is the method of movement that the Snatchers were using. That is right. They were using the abandoned tunnels of the old tube liner system to get from place to place. That's how they were able to move around without being noticed. Nielsen's apartment, the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all of their hideouts were connected by the tube liner. So maybe there's a tunnel under their main base as well. There's a good chance of that. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? Sneezing. That is right. And what was the cause of the sneezing? Snow 9. You are correct. The sneezing was caused by the presence of the allergen, Snow 9. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen developed by the military, and its presence is limited to certain regions. They were using it to interfere with radio transmissions and keep people away. They probably were producing it intentionally themselves. The only regions of the city where Snow 9 is still present are areas around the Ina River. It has been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it presents. So that means their base of operation must be near the Ina River, right? That is a fair conclusion. They are probably somewhere near the Ina River, protected by the Snow 9. Accessible to the tube liner, near the Ina River. And we must not forget the 3 photographs that we all found the Snatchers with. All of them were related to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. The map on the wall of Nielsen's apartment. The picture of the temple in the director's office at Queen's Hospital. The photo of Red Square hidden in the chief's office. Why do the Snatchers keep pictures and memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they're from. Homesick? Get serious, Miko. They're robots, you know. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all 3 of these pictures? That is correct. It is Moscow. Moscow must be where they come from. That must be the basis of their programming. You might be right. Just as people have a hometown that is dear to them, their creators may have put a hometown into their programming. They're very advanced artificial intelligence systems, so they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. Yeah, they were born out of nothing, but needed to give them some kind of an image as an emotional base. So, Moscow is their creator and their home. And the place that they found Jamie and I.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo-Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels.
Okay.
From this, we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity.
Yeah.
Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
Yeah.
What's this?
Very similar.
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right. Right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo-Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Bingo.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian.
I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo-Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Right.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh?
It's always Christmas in
I'll
a
be back
Kojima
by
game.
then.
It's always Christmas.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
This is the last turbo cycle. It's canon, now it's a Christmas game. You betcha. To the church.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off.
How dare they occupy an abandoned church of Ithra. We shall excommunicate them from their metal
Flight
bodies.
configuration, now gaining
remove
altitude.
them from the earth.
Jamie, please be safe.
Gillian, please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
50-year debt in 3 hours.
It's a tall order. The tallest of orders.
Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood? Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
Okay. Well, well, well. Even looks like it would belong in Moscow. Wow, now I know why they call it their Kremlin. Let's use metal to quickly save. We're so nearly there. It's a very old church. It bears quite a resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. It appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. It's surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. This is likely to keep just about anybody away. Given the season, a few Christmas lights would really liven up the scene. The building is about 50 years old, but appears very well maintained. So where's the entrance? On the front side of the building. A sensor scan reveals that a tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath this area. Well, that's no surprise. Looks like we got the right place. The surroundings conceal the church from all but aerial surveillance. Acid rain has seriously damaged many of the building sculptures. This is definitely Snow 9. There's nothing in the area besides the church. The only sound is that of wind.
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3!
That got it.
What's this? It would appear to be some kind of a chapel for the Snatchers. Are you telling me those things pray? To whom? No doubt to their creator. That portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. What the? This person is no doubt the one the Snatchers worship as their creator. The sky. Isn't that random? One moment. I'll compare the picture with my data on random. While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, a positive identification is impossible as the picture is not a photograph. That just looks too much like him to be a coincidence. Now that you mention it, the person in the portrait does look like random Hajil. Chairs for worship. Everything's nice and orderly. Something is written on the painting. The creator, Modnar. So this is Professor Modnar. No doubt a play on Professor Madnar from Metal Gear series. The one the Snatcher was talking about, eh? It appears to be a portrait of that person. Based on the condition of the paints and canvas, I would say that this portrait was painted over 50 years ago. There's another room further back. Have they already left for the summit? I don't know, but let's keep going. Oh. The Snatchers! Look at them all. I'm not picking up any energy readings. They are all deactivated, in some kind of suspension mode. So this is their warehouse, eh? There must be a few hundred of them here. They continue all the way back. Still, this doesn't look like a factory to me. These are endostructures which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and skull slits are all still set to the smallest sizes. So their victims haven't been chosen yet. They're all just waiting their turn. They almost look as if they could spring to life at any moment. If this many Snatchers were to all start moving at the same time, there is little we could do. There seems to be a number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. What about the size of these containers? The volume of these containers would be just perfect for shipping one of these Snatchers. This is no doubt how they got here. Shipped all the way from Siberia, huh? None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed, however. I do not see any tools or equipment for maintaining anything in the area. The room would appear to be just a storage area. Just us in the wind. That is all I can hear. There is some kind of label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. What? Siberian Investigative Force? It would appear that these Snatchers were brought to Nyokobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. It seems that the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces have been snatched, just like when they found us. I see. So the Siberian investigative forces bring Snatchers out of Siberia and into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And then the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. A rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. The back part of this room may hold the answer to that question. Are you ready, Gillian? Now heading for the room further back. I got skin. The Snatcher's culturing room. The mechanism is operating. Ooh. Gillian, there are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
Huh. Wow. It appears that weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. This is really advanced. Way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. There is no sound except for the soft bubbling of the liquid in the cylinders. These cylinders are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. Nearly ready to perform a complete snatch. Indeed. Oh, a terminal. These terminals must all be connected to a host computer which monitors conditions inside each of the cylinders. The power is on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people to be snatched is all being neatly processed. This is the data which they used to generate the artificial skin with. Anything else to check? They are constructed with a special reinforced glass. It would require quite a bit of effort to break. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end of the room. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the UK.
Oof.
Gillian, you're in here too.
What? Oh my
Figures.
gosh.
They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
Oh.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget, 30 minutes.
thinking that means I can't save anymore as well.
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Holy crap! They are fast! They hop around too. Crazy. Why is my gun not firing? Fire! Fire! It's not firing. Not good. No! No! Blah. Oh. Continue, please. Oh, good. It just picks up right here. That's as good as a save. This is tough. Okay.
Whew.
A little bit faster.
I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me.
Yeah, they did.
All right, let's open the next door.
Right. Hang on, I'm gonna turn on the AC real quick. Don't shoot me while I'm doing it. Okay.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Of course there's something here. There's somebody.
Jeez, these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
All that training paid off. Jamie? Is that... That's Jamie.
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son.
I know.
He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor?
Who?
What? This old man?
Who is that?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Huh?
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian?
Yes.
It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay? 56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher Project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian.
Huh.
It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
Yeah?
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No. Not quite.
So, you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing
Holy
this?
crap.
Your father, Professor Modnar, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you?
Yeah.
Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here.
What?
57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie.
What a
you
twist.
opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you.
Good Lord.
And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
It was all for that.
Lucifer Alpha.
It was for the skin?
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
And it's all his
fault. I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter, and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L-Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then?
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the Bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How? How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
Stranger danger.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part. allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
How did that happen?
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal.
Deep stuff.
I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods, indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
That's random. Random. You were a Snatcher.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards. How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real.
Well, you
What's
suck,
more,
Elijah.
the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
Metal.
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city.
Oh, crap.
The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you were the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Oh, crap. No.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
That voice.
What's that?
It's random.
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Random!
I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal.
Metal.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh. Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Right.
Thanks. Thanks, you two. Jamie, come on.
Time to beat Pete.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool! You don't even know how to love someone!
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back!
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Oh boy.
Later, kid!
The end.
Airport Division has completed boarding. 7th Mechanized Infantry Team has completed boarding. 17th Special Engineering Squad report for boarding immediately.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
13th Special Operations Squad and all junker personnel report immediately for departure.
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came.
Of course.
Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Trying to learn more about you was what got our relationship started. I'm really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. Oh, hey, thanks you for the hydrate there, Train. Hope you're having a good day, by the way. Oh, and posture and stretch. Oh, I could definitely use a good stretch. Quick, all-over body stretch. Bit of upper body. Work day's over. Yeah, I hear ya. That's reason enough to celebrate. And a bit of lower body. Okay. That ought to hold me until we get to the end of the game here. Yeah, this kid has had such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight. Yeah, she's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home all alone all the time, and she told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. By the time I return, I'll probably have my memory back. Don't worry, I promise to make you happy. might be a bit lonely for a while, but I'll be back soon. Hang in there. Several massive fires going on around my start? Oh, my start. Maybe you mean your house? I'm not sure. It's causing... Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, your state. Gotcha. Oh, that's not fun. Yeah. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I just couldn't stand to leave such a cute kid all by herself. I'm going to memorize every detail of Katrina's lovely face so that I don't forget it. Gillian, would you stop that? I feel like you're undressing me with your eyes. What? Oh, I would never. Jamie's right here, you see. Oh, no. Yeah, sorry about that, Train. No worries. I'm glad you corrected me on that. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job I won't mess up. We did that. Let's see. Before I knew it, we really became close, didn't we? Even with Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends. That sounds pretty good to me. Oh, don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. Well, you see, Kojima, he's the one that gave me this warped mind because he wrote all my lines. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. They're both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters now. They're just like family to me now. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry, no memories will change how I feel about you. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Have a safe trip, Captain Seed. What? Me? A captain? Not a bad first rank for someone like me who is in the military.
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
Aww.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait for me!
Metal!
Take me with you, please.
Oh my gosh, Metal!
You?
Metal?
Yes, sir!
Oh my
we
gosh.
Have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Crazy.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board.
Of course we will.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Wow. What a story, huh?
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts. This conflict has just begun.
And there you have it. That is Snatcher, everybody. Like every Kojima game, it's got an important message to teach us about life. Well, with that, I don't think there's anything after the credits, so I think we're safe to go ahead and raid out to somebody. But to whom? To whom? Let's take a look here. Let's see now. Oh, okay. I haven't seen Raven in a while. Looks like they're playing Deep Rock Galactic. Let's go and say hi to them, shall we? I admit I've never played Deep Rock Galactic. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it myself. But anyhow. Thanks for the stream. Oh, and thank you for watching. I hope I got to share something that you guys can take something away from this story, and if nothing else, that it's a rather unique game anyhow. Yeah. But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Honestly, more D&D ideas? I'll take that, absolutely. Later.